Good day my fellows and welcome to the Ultimate Minecraft Guide. For all of you who do not know what I'm talking about, the Ultimate Minecraft Guide is a little mini-series that I am starting with this video. It's going to have about 4 episodes where I'm going to tell you everything basic you need to know about the game. In this episode I'm going to tell you about how to use the menu, and for most of you this is probably going to seem like an irrelevant guide, and to be honest it does for me kinda too. But maybe there are some guys out there who do not know everything about everything in the menu and how it works, and that is what that guide is for. And also, the Ultimate Minecraft Guide is supposed to cover the whole game, and the menu is certainly an important part of the game. So I'm going to tell you now how to use everything in the menu in a short video, so let's get right into it. Okay, when you get past the Mojang Studio screen, you're going to land in this main menu right here. The background depends on what version you are playing on. I am currently playing on 1.16.1, the newest version of the game, and it says modded because I'm playing with Optifine. Okay, so we have the possibility to choose between those options now. We have the single player menu, the multiplayer menu, the Minecraft Realms, which I'm not going to cover because I don't know how it works and I think I have to spend money for it, so not going to cover that. But we have the language menu, the option menu, we can quit the game, and we have the accessibility settings. Okay, so let's start off with the language menu. This one is quite straightforward. You can just choose the language you want. So if you're from Germany, for example, you can select German. If you speak English, you can choose English. But there are also some fun languages or accents. So we have, for example, talking about accents, Bavarian, or talking about fun languages, we have Pirate Speak or Upside Down English. Those are just some fun languages. It's really fun to play with Pirate Speak for a day. So yeah, that's actually everything about the language menu already. Next one is the Acsessibillity Settings. You can also enter this menu during the game or in the option menu down here. So this is just some basic stuff that you might want to consider changing, like having sneak or sprint on hold or toggle, or if you want to have an auto jump on or off. So as I said, some basic stuff that you might want to consider changing. And as mentioned, we also have the option menu, so if you want to customize some settings like the master volume, for example, you can do that in the option menu. If I were you and you are quite new to the game and haven't figured out how you want the settings to be, I would just carefully read through the whole option menu and just select everything so it is the best for your purposes and just the most comfortable for you to use. Okay, this is all I have to say about those small guys down here. Let's get to the big boys. We are left with the single player and the multiplayer. So let's just start off with the multiplayer. So if you get into the multiplayer menu for the first time, you're going to have a little disclaimer screen which you can just accept and then proceed. Now you have those two options. We have direct connection and adding a server. If you want to play on a server just once or just a few times, I would recommend using the direct connection. So just find out the server address, for example ipixel.net, or just the server address that you need via friends or Google. Just type it in and you can join the server and plan it. As I said, we have, for example, Hypixel now. And if you want to play on a server multiple times, I would recommend adding a server. So it works actually the same. You just gotta type in the server name and then the server address. And yeah, you are already ready to go. So just click on done, and you can always enter the server by clicking this little arrow right here. And yeah, that's how you use the multiplayer menu. Okay, as I said, that is everything about the multiplayer menu. Now let's get into the most time-consuming one, the single player menu. If you join in the single player menu for the first time, you don't have any worlds to play on, so you should go ahead and create one. The first thing that you should find out is a name for your world, and after that you can choose between these 3 game modes. So we have Survival, search for resources, craft, gain levels, health and hunger. Hardcore, same as survival mode, locked at hardest difficulty and 1 life only. And we have creative, unlimited resources, free flying, and you can destroy blocks instantly, and you're also invincible. So yeah, let's just choose creative for the time being. And yeah, now you can choose the difficulty from peaceful, so nothing dangerous at all, to hard, so with a lot of strong mobs and a lot of danger. You can also allow cheats or don't. If you play creative, you should 100% have cheats on. And to be honest, I even recommend it for survival, not to cheat you diamonds or netherite stuff, but to fix things just in case or change game rules. Since 1.16 though, we do not have the game rules problem anymore. You can just use this menu right here in the create new world menu. So you have now the possibility to choose between those 7 categories. So if you want, for example, fire not to spread, or in-game time to change, or the weather to change, you can do that here. What is also new in the 1.16 update is the data packs menu. So you can now just open your pack folder, drag this stuff in and select it, and yeah, then you can play with data packs. Before this menu was included into the game, it was a lot more difficult to play with data packs and to select them, and now we just have a menu for that, and it's really easy to do. Though this one was the last one in this menu, we have a bit more to go, because we have the More World option menu, and there is some stuff you can do here too that's maybe even more important than this menu. So what you should do now is find a seed for your world. What a seed essentially does, for those of you who do not know, is that if we would go ahead and create a world now, we're going to land in a randomly generated world with randomly generated terrain and biomes and structures in random places. But if we would go ahead and create another world with the same seed, we're going to land in the exact same world with the exact same terrain and so on. And that is really quite useful, for example, to test stuff, or if you find a great seed, to be able to use it again. Talking about structures, you can switch those off here, but I don't really see a reason why you should do that unless you play on another world type. World types, for example, you can change over here. So we have the world type default, just the ordinary Minecraft world with terrain and biomes and stuff. We have super flat, so the whole world is just even and flat, and we can also customize that and use some presets. Most of them are quite self-explaining, so we have classic flat, tunnel stream, water world, overworld, snowy kingdom, bottomless pit, desert, redstone ready, and the void. As I said, most of them are quite self-explaining, so desert, the whole world is a desert, the void, the whole world, it's just void. I think there's nothing hard to understand about that. Next world type is the large biomes world type. I think that's self-explaining too, so biomes are just larger. We have amplified, notice, just for fun, requires a beefy computer. So if you play on a laptop on a weak PC, I would not use this world type, because it includes very, very high mountains with a lot of lava and waterfalls. So we have a lot of light updates, we have a lot of entity updates because of the lava and the water. So it's really laggy if you do not have the right hardware, so only use that if you have a beefy computer. Next one is the single biome one, so the whole world is just a single biome. We have also caves, so the whole world is just caves, and you can also choose biome. Same goes for floating islands, so the whole world is just floating islands, and you can choose a biome. And we have default again. And the last thing that I'm actually going to talk about today is the bonus chest. I don't actually see a reason why you should turn this on. I mean, it is going to provide you with some basic stuff like food or wood, or maybe some wooden tools, but I don't think it's necessary, because you can get those pretty quickly if you join first time in your survival world. And now to the very last one. I said that this was the last one because about the import settings button I have not a lot to say, because I don't know how it works. I think you can import world creation settings from 1.12 to 1.16 now, and it's very complicated and I don't know anything about that. So if you really want to know how that works, consider watching a video by Razorworks or Exumavoid. I bet they talked about that in a snapshot review, so I'm going to link both of their channels down below in the comments. And well, that's actually everything I have to talk about. Now you can just go ahead and create your world and plan it in every fashion you like. And with that out of the way, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, consider leaving a like or even subscribing. I would really appreciate that. Next video is going to be uploaded in about a week. I'm going to upload the second episode of the Ultimate Minecraft Guide, where I'm going to talk about how to control the game. And if you're interested in that, maybe take a look. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.